Viva la France is what they're saying around here, especially the Frenchmen. G2 actually pulling it out there on Inferno, 16-11. Things did get a little bit shaky, but ultimately they got it done at the end of the day. Meanwhile, NRG are going to have to bounce back. Grabbing the first map, now finding themselves on a relatively flat ground against G2. Welcome back, everybody, to the CORSAIR DreamHack Masters Dallas 2019. My name is Trace, and these are my friends in Maniac and in Pimp. Guys.
Hello.
How you guys doing? You guys all right?
Yeah, we're pretty good.
Okay, just want to make
sure.
That. You guys are smiling, I'm smiling, everybody's smiling.
We get in third map, this is CS, we get more frags, more actions, more clips. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the way it goes. I mean, just overall, though, let's kind of start to talk about this game in sort of a highlight perspective. Anybody stand out to you guys?
I mean, Shox in the first half did a very good job at defending that small bomb side. He was always good for two, which is a phrase that we use for some of those players who are good for two. So good play by Shox, and in general, G2 looked pretty poised to win that game. I think NRG looking very lackluster on Inferno. I think quite as expected. We weren't really expecting them to go in here and do a good job. So overall, map turned out as I expected, and G2 now find themselves in somewhat of a decent position coming into Overpass.
Yeah, I agree. I think the only question really was what kind of mindset would G2 be in that second map? And I think they did a good job resetting. Coming back into this second map, as you said, we saw the weaknesses of NRG. When G2 is able to dictate the pace on their T side at the end, I think that's a clear sign. You know, G2 was the better team on Inferno. Respectively, we're going to a third map. The logic is pretty much, I would say, respected.
I mean, there was a lot going on within that map. I was just kind of looking over Jacob's notes here. You guys can see him if you want. If he wants to hold them up, he will. But the way that this goes, we need to start to take a look at it's something that was highlighted from the G2 side. We're talking about some of the retakes here on Inferno, specifically on G2.
Yeah, absolutely. We found some nice little tricks, little you know, shenanigans here and there on the side of G2, mostly on the B side. And what was really interesting was I thought they knew how to take their time when the retake was happening, right? They didn't press the issue. Even when things looked dire, I think they found a way. And here we have the clip as it's rolling down. So it starts as a pretty standard round. NRG are just going through the motion. They're going to set up towards that B bomb side and bounces on it. G2 is currently in a 3-2 setup. Everything normal until now. They're going to hit that very soon. And I'm going to keep my eye on Banana after that. But first, you see, Lucky is here. Is going to try to find on the pool side. It's going to get eliminated pretty fast. Shox is in a great position. Little trick up in here. Gets two kills, stays alive.
Good for two.
Good for two. Thank you, Jacob. Good for two, exactly. But this is here. This is where the round happens. And this is where the magic happens. And we are here to show you guys. Cirque is going to dispatch of Jax, but he doesn't know Amanek is behind it. Now, Amanek, very clever. We said it. Intelligent player. He realizes he has to wait a little bit. We can see on the radar. Cirque is in position. And now Cirque doubts himself. Banana must be clear, right?
Right.
And this is exactly when Amanek is slowly, like a cat, you know, ready to prey. He's coming in, and then he's going to get the frag and see the reaction from G2. Now they get the frag. They bounce onto the bomb side. They have 10 seconds left. Kenny's going to get rid of Ethan, and that's a 3 versus 1. Kenny jumps on the bomb like a tiger. Beautiful retake. Magnificent from G2.
Very tight like a tiger. Guys, we would jump into Overpass, but we're going to let the players speak for themselves. And Anders and Moses, of course, they're ready to speak some too. You guys ready to take us to a third? Who do you think is going to be winning this one?
Yes, we are. I don't know what would happen if we answered no to that question, if we weren't ready at all.
Yeah, maybe just keep talking for a little bit.
Yeah.
Give us an extra 30 seconds.
Keep going. I think this best of 3 has been just a real delight. I wasn't sure 100% what to expect, but this is way outlived what I thought could be true for this game. So
who do you have winning? You avoided that question very tactically, very subtly. But I'm going to bring us right back.
Yeah. G2.
G2. You're going to take G2 to win this?
Yeah.
Perfect.
It's about 75% nostalgia for Kenny.
Okay. How much? So only 25 for Shox?
Yeah. No, I don't know. It's hard to say. Maybe it's like 50, it could be 50-50.
Okay.
But this has been a great game, and we're going to continue. NRG on the T side, G2 on the CT side. Elimination game here at the CORSAIR DreamHack Masters in Dallas, Texas, and we're going to get the show on the road for the third map. And again, if you're just joining, if you're just tuning in, you said, why are they so excited about map number 1 and 2? Go and watch them later on the VODs, because it was a really fun game. Definitely worth checking out.
It's not slowing down anytime soon either. After this map 3, the next series is going to be Liquid versus FaZe.
Oh, yeah.
That decides who goes to the semifinals, who goes to the quarterfinals. So make sure you're glued here all day on DreamHack Masters, and just waiting on this pistol round to get underway. It is eventually going to be a final B hit for NRG.
I'm just looking at Jax. If he's in the wrong position when they throw this Molotov that Ethan has, that will be bad news. Right now, it's going to be fine, but he might actually be able to get caught instead. Yeah, he's been spotted. It's the first smoke put in. Now, where's the Molotov going to be? Are they going to Molotov this position? That's my big question at the moment. They've already put it in, and he should be fine for the minute now. Backup is coming in a little bit. Tarek, a beautiful double opening. That's almost all you need. Now, the bomb's going to be going down as well, and they should be able to cover this very nicely. Amanek low on health as well. And he was trying to get that flank in. He does actually get a headshot on Breeze somehow, but I still don't think they're in a great position at the moment. Tarek alive, clicking away with the USP. It's going to be Shox to pick up the next one. Now Tarek, he has to hit one of these shots, and he's not going to be able to. All on Ethan. Somehow it turned around, and G2 now swarming onto the bomb site. Ethan out of bullets and forced back around the corner, and they're going to be on the bomb with the kit as well. They're going to have time for it. I don't know what happened. That was a breakdown for NRG.
A massive breakdown of epic proportions. And again, it's just, I mean, I don't know what happened. Once they got the bomb planted and they got in those positions, it's like everyone stopped hitting shots. But just another retake where it just felt like G2 shouldn't have been able to make that work.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, very nice shooting, obviously. Amanek on the flank, able to get that kill with very low HP and then eventually force the issue at the end. But man, NRG had all the good positions to stop a retake from happening.
Yeah, they really did. Amanek coming in, he got tagged up. He still somehow won the fight. I mean, if he goes down, there's only 2 people coming in from the other side. I don't know. That was.
I mean, the part of the issue is some of the post-line positions. I mean, they're in good spots, but they're not able to take fights at the same time. Like Ethan's tapping away when they're out of the vision of Tarek, who's in water. I mean, there was no real kind of I'm gonna make contact and then you peek off that. Everyone just missing shots and eventually committing to fights that get them killed. So 1-0. At the start of Inferno, we had, what, 4 back and forth rounds?
Yes.
3 or 4. So AK is invested from Ethan and Breeze.
That right there, I think, is a smoke that the CTs put up. So they kind of try and use it against them by doing that boost, but the timing is off from either side. Tarek instead, AK in his hand. Right around the corner, and that, well, or almost took down both. Could have definitely happened. And now he's so quick on the side, Breeze. He just took that opening and ran all the way through with it, and that's going to make a really big difference. Smoke goes up, but they still have a guy over on long. I think that should be the key. If they're going to get back in this round, G2, I think it's going to be Amanek sort of surprising them. Ethan is looking, yeah, that's so heads up. Really great game awareness. If he forgot about that, it would have been a disaster. He's going to get one more headshot in. Well played.
As he spins back towards bank, that was extremely dangerous, and it was an important kill from Ethan because Lucky had gotten a kill coming up the stairs. That would have been a pinch from so many different angles that I don't think NRG would have been able to hold on to it. But they are going to get away with the second round win. Shox is going to save the AUG. Lucky still with an SMG, hoping someone retreats in this direction, which is not going to happen. And both teams move on to fight in the next round. But a good steal from NRG to go 1-1.
Yeah, that's nicely done. And we talked about sort of some of these plays not being, very deep. This was just, straight battle, Breeze. The speed that he put behind that push afterwards,
yes,
controlling the bomb side.
I mean, it's basically all you really can do when you don't have necessarily the utility, the arsenal on all 5 players, is you find one advantage and you really have to exploit it in a big way, and those are fights that Breeze loves. Oh, this makes me nervous. B-rush. Here we go. No Molotovs down just yet for the CT side. Amanek, low HP. Lucky's got one with an 8. Amanek's got to fall back, and now NRG on this side of the smoke, they have just become overwhelming. Not too big of an investment from the G2 side. Still everyone kind of sitting around $1,000.
If Amanek doesn't run into that first player, I think he managed to, he probably swings out and they're both like lined up against the wall. That could have easily been a double kill with the CC, so probably very fortunate. Shox sticking around. I mean, there should be no way to do this. Probably just hoping for a headshot, somebody to walk right into it, but yeah, as time goes on, it's better to back off and just save that orc into the next round. So NRG with 2. And I mean, I sort of share your initial sentiment that that was a worrisome difficult choice to make.
The blind B rush.
Yeah.
Well, especially because if you go back to Inferno after they won the pistol, they did that rush up mid, right? They did that full rush up mid and over to Rap side and had to go through a smoke to make that work, and it didn't. They got absolutely slaughtered on the other side of it.
Yeah. What if they had stacked B? You know, with 4 or 5 players.
I think they did stack B. I think they had 4 people there. They just didn't have the nades. They didn't have a Molotov. They just had that smoke down.
Fair enough.
I think it was 4 at B and Shocks with the AUG over at A.
All right. All right. Well, even so, they make it out. Org still alive on Shocks. Coming in here for round number 4. And again, the thing that made me interested and curious about playing at this map as the 3rd map was very much the CT aggression. And no team. I mean, G2 haven't really had the chance to do much yet, so early on in the round or in the game here. But I look forward to that. I hope they're going to try and show us some really, funky stuff. Shocks is on a little bit of a mission on the one side of the map.
1 kill for Tarek. It's traded off. A contact play. The pistol's doing work. There's the CZs coming into play, and Daps is going to go down for free. That's the aggressive play from Shocks. All that's left is hitting this B bomb site. Breeze and Cirque. Breeze is dinked up, but you know he can hit these shots. You know he can do them quick, but the spam just comes in right around the corner, and there's not really Cirque can do here. So a great response from G2.
Uh-oh.
Bit of a TK, but it should be an issue. All tied up 2-2 and a free weapon for the G2 side of things.
That had me, I mean, look at the coach laughing in the background. That had me worried for a second,
For G2?
Well, just, if that team kill was going to be the...
Oh, okay. I got you.
The thing. The, the brick that made the whole tower fall, We got dominoes, Moses.
Now we have bricks and towers. Shoots and ladders is next. Jack's going to get a nice peek. They're all lined up. It's picture perfect.
That is actually what you dream of every time, isn't it? You go to bed at night and you just hope you slip into some lucid dream where all you're doing is getting flashbangs and that kind of a setup in the monster tunnel. Daps and Cirque, 2 versus 4. Jack's so hyped up. Jenga was the game that I was thinking about, Moses.
Ugh.
What? What's wrong with Jenga?
Not a fan of Jenga. Ooh, nice shot from Cirque. Good trade from Kenny. Still have the bomb on the ground, so no matter where Daps goes with this much time, he's got to eventually find his way to the bomb. And there's a timer internally in these G2 players where they say, all right, something's up. We haven't seen or heard anything from Daps. The flank is a real juicy opportunity for him. I think that's what Lucky's kind of thinking in his head right now.
Yeah, except Lucky's clock is,
a bit early?
Way ahead of the time, yeah. It's like there's no way that he could have run that distance, but it's fine. They have the bomb. Can't really complain.
I've only once played a really fun Jenga. The giant Jengas are pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree. Giant Jenga is
much better than small Jenga. It's like adult Jenga when it's that big.
Size matters, I guess. I was gonna say you could play Jenga as like a drinking game for soda. That could make a
monster.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, there are ways to spice up that game. I think Jenga is actually a bit underrated, in my opinion. Okay. I think it's due for a comeback.
Another one of your weird opinions.
Oh, okay, all line up. Yeah, time to get back. Call the retreat.
Ooh, that nade though. Oh. That nade is spicy. That helps out in a big way. Now the spray can come in from the AUG. Kenny's got the angle with the AWP. A retreating battle, but one they are well suited to win. Oh, that's a great, I guess, quick scope, no scope, whatever you want to call it, through the side of the wall.
Yeah, he really made that happen. The French are getting a little bit animated now as well. 4-2. Round number 7. They do have enough for AKs on the NRG side. So many options have obviously still gone unexplored here for NRG. Like, there's so many things to do.
A lot of B rushes to start out.
Yep. Oh! Not flashed. Cirque a little bit early up the stairs there, and Kenny took him down. That was wonderfully done. Now, Ethan. Oh, he's going to steal that kill, but he's going to realize the second player there. I think he might be looking the wrong way, and he's done. Lucky to follow it up. The double, actually almost the triple, because there was a third player behind there with the L-bend. A lot of aggression for G2 to really take control of that part of the map. Like to see it.
Well, here we go. Back to the B bomb site. One player defending, and even he's backing off. Why? Just why?
I don't know, Moses, you know, you're the ex-pro. Tell me. Oh.
That's like... That's a call you make when you have a really hard read, but you better be confident.
We're all confused. Speechless, almost.
All right.
Amanek is making a flank, but that's a very long flank.
Like I know your retakes have been good, but this seems like insanity.
It does seem like, you know, some kind of a mental breakdown. I mean, they're waiting for Amanek, and that's going to take such a long time. Daps is going to win that fight. Every single second counts right now. G2, did they just give this round back here? Shox is going to pick up a kill. Now Tariq waiting. Oh, and the trigger discipline. He's just thinking about it. They're defusing right on the other side. He's going to get that first kill.
Oh, no!
Oh, no!
I don't even think he could have got it even if he stayed up. I think that was too gone, but
Oh, the shared pain. Somehow, he actually called for a timeout tag after that.
I don't like that they made that work.
No, they should have been punished.
Yeah, I feel that round makes... I'm so confused as to why that would be a way to play. I mean, I know we've seen them on train, like, give up, you know, a lot of the bomb sites so a flank can come in and everything, but that is like giving it up before they're even attacking it. Like, just fully rotating it off in a 4-on-3. You're giving up your man advantage.
Yeah, I don't even know. I'm kind of shocked.
I mean, it works, so fair play. It's just a bit of a head scratcher.
Here's a question for you, Moses.
Okay.
If you run boosted Cirque, would it be could you make him temporarily sort of like a Cirque du Soleil, kind of like a circus kind of thing, swinging into the action? Could that be a thing?
You're so dumb. Why is this the jokes you're bringing to the table at this event? No more team prep before you travel. You need to write some new material down.
Spent months, Moses, on the delivery, on the material itself,
on the build-up,
and everything. It hurts that you shut it down like this, because really a lot of my life has gone into this.
Put your heart and soul into it.
Yeah. Oh no. Kenny does get the kill, but giving up an ult now would not be a good idea. He almost makes it back, but Amanek now has somehow infiltrated the lineup, and there's really no way they can guess this is there. Like, you're never going to find that out.
He's got someone coming from behind, though, and he's got his knife out. Oh, my God. Okay, then. And he's got all three.
That's how you do it, isn't it?
Nothing makes sense anymore. 6-2 for G2.
Take note, kids. That was well handled. Tactical timeout now. It was a technical before, some sort of sound issue. Now it's a tactical timeout being called here on the side of NRG.
Yeah, they need to figure something out. I mean, the tough part is we haven't even really seen anything that good. We're now 8 rounds in. You'd expect to see some idea of how you want to play the T side. A lot of B rushes, a lot of B hits overall. Fast pace towards A when they're half saving. And the last 2 times they played, I mean, this is kind of a cool map for G2 to bring this on for the 3rd map. NRG lost to Furia 7-16 yesterday here at DreamHack Dallas. They lost to Liquid at Summit 8-16, where they also did beat ENCE 16-3. But if you just look at those last 2 games, like, obviously not feeling super comfortable on Overpass, even with one big win over a good team in ENCE. But still, this isn't a map that they can be too confident in.
Nope, doesn't seem like it. I think one of the things that's really lacking right now, like I would like it if they had like a default that they successfully get to the point where they control, let's say, like restrooms and outside of B without losing anyone. Like, that would be a pretty good start, right? But it feels like half the time, even when they sort of temporarily win a battle, they actually lose so much map, and there are so many people sneaking past from the G2 side. Oh, it could have definitely been a shot there by the Rock, but it's not. So quick trade. Kenny takes a bit of damage. That's fine. I'm fine with this for NRG.
Yeah, they'll be pleased with it as well. Even because they can just back off, and especially with that pick towards the B bomb center, that's aggressively attempted at being traded. Lucky peeking out, trying to find it. Nice flashbang so Ethan can remain safe. Would have been a beautiful response for Lucky to get.
Yeah, that would have really worked out well. But he is alone. They have a lot of time. His backup is coming now, though. So every second now, at least one of them should be rotating here, I think. They're still thinking about it on the other side. So Lucky, could he save them all on his own? Nobody checking that position. He, again, very aggressive. He's going to get shut down from Daps there. But can he? Up on the high ground. Can he get there? No, the bomb is going to be planted.
He's going to be smoked off as well.
You can shoot through that box, Moses. So might must try and do that. Tariq does go down. So it's a 2-on-2. Missed opportunity for Ethan. That's going to get them a lot closer, isn't it? Turning around for the flashbang. Shox is going to take him down. And now it is Daps. They have a kit on both players. No more grenades left in the game here. So Daps sneaking on in. They don't see him coming. He's going to get the kill and just back on out of there. That's a good choice. And oh, Kenny! How does he win that?
He transfers over to the M4 as well. He gets the shot with the AWP, tags him up, and he realizes it, and then just grabs the M4 on the way to the bomb. That's a heads-up play.
I actually thought Daps had that for sure. 7-2. That was a... They were pushing a 4-on-1 bomb site.
Listen, NRG, when they go back, you're obviously going to be able to spot a lot of mistakes in these demos, but the one takeaway that you have is that NRG has just been very weak in defending the post plants. G2 has been able to retake these bomb sites on pretty much every single map. They've had a pretty miraculous retake at least once or twice. For NRG, for me, that's priority number one moving forward.
Yeah, it really has to be, right? 15 and 5 on Kenny, I believe. So, you know, those 75% Moses, you know, it's
a happy 75%. And here's that aggression that you wanted to see as well. You're getting everything today. I don't know why good things keep happening to you. But here on Overpass, it's all delivering.
Must be my virtuous nature, Moses. That's the universe paying back that way, you know, how it is. We lost a couple of people. Lucky defending T-spawn.
Oh, he could just end the round right here.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable, isn't it, for them? It's beyond uncomfortable, in fact. It's you know, try and forget about it as soon as you can, really. G2 able to pick up that round. Lucky.
Yeah, you picked G2 to win, and it's looking likely. I haven't seen anything from NRG that's making me feel excited about their T side. And they need to figure it out now. We saw them have, what, a miraculous comeback on Train in a way where they were down 7-0 and then, you know, had a 6-9 half.
He pushes to the smoke to get the first kill, hides in the corner to get the second, hides in T-spawn to get the next two. Like, he tricked everybody. He tricked 4 people in a row.
All right, then.
Maybe it was like trick or treat, but they didn't have any treats for him. So he
tricked?
Yeah. It's gonna be all pistols, isn't it?
It is all pistols. Hopefully no tricks, all treats this round. Let's mix things up. Ethan is gonna lead the way with the deal, and Almanac. This is the same setup they had in the previous round that was never made contact with. They have flashbangs, but I think they want to save those for the bomb site. Oh, there goes Kenny's teammate. He's got a lot of work to do. It's dangerous, and he can't connect that third. Shox is here to shut the rest of it down.
Yeah, but you see the fact that he goes for it, like, he just believes in it so much that
That's the first half of getting the old Kenny back, right?
It's
really like watching him go for the plays.
Yeah. You like to see it. You know, that's been made sort of a, you know, a Danish thing now as well, Halloween. We've you know, just imported that.
Yeah?
It's great. Shop owners love it. They can sell more things.
Sell a lot of candy.
Yeah, and all the pumpkins and all the rest of it.
Pumpkins are cool.
Yeah, carve them out, put little candles inside, all that stuff.
Pumpkin pie is the best pie there is in the world. But
I've never had that.
It's very good.
All right. I doubt that. A huge amount of doubt in my mind about that.
Don't put a lot of faith. I mean, I am what you would call the pie expert of the talent group.
I think that is true. We could safely call it that, but I can't see how anything could compete with pecan pie. I just can't.
Well, I guess if you have an affinity for pecans, you would enjoy that more. You could put pecans on pumpkin pie, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm interested again.
Here we go. This looks a bit more fast-paced. Some control of the dirty water of the sandbags would like to be taken by NRG. And they've got it. Take a small amount of damage, but well worth for Ethan and Tariq.
Yeah, I gotta try and boost up and get a kill on somebody over by the barrels. Or it looked like they were. Maybe they're not. Oh yeah, they're taking a long way around.
I think he fell off. I don't know.
This could really work. If you could just get a wide enough angle. No, he's not quite there yet. Timing not with them this time around. Still think it was worth the attempt. Are they going to be flashed around? Shocks, is he going to go for it here? Not even a flashbang to set it up. Just going to go for the fight. He gets the one, and he's looking to follow it up.
Oh my God.
One more in there.
Get out of this matchup. G2.
We're not even going to set it up. We're just gonna wait until, you know, right around the time when maybe you'd want to do a little bit of an execute or something. And then I'm just going to walk in and kill 3 people.
That's such a sick sequence from Shocks. 3 kills for him, and Breeze is left on this flank. All 5 players still alive for the defensive side of things. And, I mean, after such an exciting series, it just feels like NRG is starting to fade away.
It does, yeah. I mean, it must have been sort of a, you know, consumed a fair bit of energy for them as well, I think. For both teams, but right now, it does feel like G2, and they really have been playing with like a certain flavor throughout this whole best of 3, right? I think that's been the really enjoyable part, like a sort of, you know, not really letting go and not really slowing down much either. A certain persistence in the game, which you have to appreciate. 14-2 here on Shocks, 18-6 on Kenny. What a beautiful sight.
That really is. One of the major win conditions for G2 is going to be those guys returning to some form, and obviously leading the way here in this 3rd map. We've seen Jax have his turn, we've seen Lucky have good games, Amanek as well. They've all been impactful, they've all top fragged at some point. Now it's Shocks and Kenny taking over on this 3rd map of the series to potentially eliminate NRG. Still a chance for the American side to come back, but it's not looking good. I don't think they have a whole lot of success to lean on and say, this at least worked, this at least got us to a certain position. They're now starting to lose in early games as well as the post plants.
It's almost like they could be tricked them into saying, well, we keep planning on B, let's just go. Like, we surely will win one of these after plants, but so far, they're not doing a very good job at that. Lucky's still on the ramp. Is he going to peek up at the right time? He gets one, and shooting legs out from under Breeze. Leaves Cirque alone, but only for a minute. So Lucky with the triple. Great round out of him. No bomb plant, not even after plant, Moses.
Lucky's actually fortunate that that strategy was called by NRG. They all decided to swing left into, you know, through the smoke to actually take over water. Lucky's completely blind for most of that. And a little bit of spray to help Shocks get that final kill, but Lucky just does a great job. 12-5, 94 ADR. Phenomenal B defense, and I think this is now out of reach.
Yeah, it's starting to feel that way. We're not seeing the same kind of flex out of NRG. They haven't had some timeouts. They haven't really been able to call that turnaround. Back to the B bomb side though.
Back to the B bomb side we go. Shocks just feels like he's been everywhere, right? We saw him kind of clean up that hit on A just a few rounds back. Now he's been at B these past couple, getting double and triple kills. He's been very mobile, very effective. He's not aware they're already out, though, and he goes down. So does Jax. It's Lucky who's got a hold on everything, and he can't do it. NRG have caused a knockout punch with deagles, with pistols, when they couldn't do it with AKs. And Kenny's a little bit mental, but of course, it's going to work, because why the hell not?
Kai would hate to see that from his point of view. How do you not go down being caught jumping like that? Breeze alone when he fires the gun, the other person's going to know where he is, and that might be painful. There's Kenny. Oh, he turns around and pre-fires it. Well done on Breeze. Quad on him as well, and they're going to be able to finally win around here. 11-3. It was weird because they called the timing when like both of the defending players there for G2 were sort of weirdly scrambling and jumping around inside the bomb site.
Position, yeah. Yeah, that was strange. Shocks turned that corner to get that angle.
Look
and
at
just didn't even realize they were out. Tarek's mad.
Did the frame of the door stop his jump? Like, is that why he was able to reset so quickly?
I'm not sure. I didn't see that. I didn't see that part. Saw the end.
It's beautiful. Amanek, quick kill. I think he was ready for the next one. Shocks is definitely ready. No head armor on Breeze, I guess?
He's so on point.
He is.
I don't think it would have mattered. I think it was the second shot that hit the head, so either way, he's going to go down.
He is.
I'm just going to give Shocks that one.
He's ready for it, isn't he? Just surfing the multiverse. Just really feeling it.
And they've given up all control out of this, and they don't want to mess with any more aggression that might be towards the A side of the map. So B is the final point of attack for NRG. You already have a rotation down the staircase for the flank. You already have 3 players defending this site, and you have 1 smoke, 1 Molotov, and 1 flashbang on NRG.
Trying to make their way through. Jax with a good timing, the second kill as well, and this is just all too good for G2. 12-3 in their favor. Amazing first half for them. We're going to send it over to Frankie with some halftime inside.
Hello. How are you doing? I'm sorry, I was watching down here. We've got a situation with the microphone. I'm watching with the French lot, and now Liquid's turned up too. They're all just nail biting because they don't really know who is going to win. But I quite like the fact that we've got Liquid hopefully supporting NRG, and we've got Vitality, I don't know if I want to say supporting, but definitely here to watch and see how the French team G2 are going to play this one. I have no idea, so I'm going to run off and go and join them again. But you guys, make sure you stay where you are because we want you to join us after the break.
Second half coming up here, third map. In fact, the final half, and G2 are ahead 12-3. This whole best of 3 has been so close and so exciting, but on this final map, G2, I don't know, they just outlasted NRG, didn't they? They've done an amazing job so far. It seems like they are going to move on to the tournament, whereas NRG, if he loses this map, they're out. Oh, and it's a B rush, another one. Tarek, they actually caught him with a headshot. He didn't even touch the ground, I think, and he moves back towards the sandbags now, long range as Lucky goes down. Good defense being put up here by NRG. They're fighting for their lives, and you can definitely tell.
Oh, that's not good, though. Now they have control. Even with low HP, they still have the bomb. Kenny S and Shox, who've been great for G2 throughout this, and you're giving Shox free space, a USP, and plenty of time to work with. He can find you something. Kenny's going to rotate around with the bomb. They're not sure if someone might be flanking, so they're all staying silent. But Shox, he can get advanced position.
Yeah.
Actually, I didn't even realize he's 20-3.
He's 20-3, but also
21-7 for Kenny.
when they come back to the A bomb site, they are sort of checking for it. I was worried that they'd be stumbling into something now. Kenny's gone down the other way.
Shox has a Molotov. If Kenny can get this bomb planted, there's no smokes. There is a kit, but that Molotov can have big, big impact.
Yeah, that's like, if you wait to try and go for the defuse a little bit, that's going to be a problem.
Pretty sure Kenny made some footsteps that were heard. They used the Molotov ahead of the plant, and now they're just trying to get in. Great shot from Shox. There he is. Kenny responds as well. Gonna start getting this bomb planted. He hasn't heard Ethan just yet, who's walking. Now he knows exactly where Ethan's coming from.
Definitely does. Hasn't picked up a USP yet. Ethan definitely has one on the other side, and he's crouching on in ever so slowly on the other side. Ethan now making a bit of noise, and Kenny, he's just playing with the sound. He's so good at this! And that's going to be the shot. Works out beautifully. Triple for Kenny, double for Shox. You're right. 23-7 on Kenny, 21-4 on Shox. What year is this, Moses?
Man, Shox grabs that USP and just needs that one kill into the bomb site to give Kenny the space he requires. And that's what's so dangerous. It was Daps to go down. He was the initial defender there playing at the headshot angle, and Shox is just surgical. NRG have to buy here. This is going to be this final map of a series, as you said, that was so good. Those first 2 maps, NRG played so well and overcame so much adversity. To come here and kind of fall flat like this is going to be the most difficult way to actually lose an entire series.
Yeah. Oh, and I mean, I guess, you know, in hindsight, it was amazing that NRG made the comeback on train.
Yeah.
But they could have actually lost on 2 maps in a different scenario, right?
Check the flank. You got one coming behind. Tarek is pushed up, and Jax is aware of the possibility. Tarek's going to keep going. Oh, there's the shadow. Jax has the information. He's got the kill as well. G2 all over towards the B bomb site have just hit the pause button. Everyone is being cautious. Shox is very, very low.
I mean, they have actually given a couple of rounds throughout this series so far back to NRG by, you know, making a couple of mistakes and giving something away. Don't really want to do that again. No flashbangs to set up for this kind of a peak for Dapson. He's going to get run down by the MAC-10.
It's so hard to be in this position as CT. You have pistols, you have no utility, and you need to find where they're going so that you can at least stack it and have some kind of a chance. And that's why you see Daps flashing towards Monster, peeking, pushing Sandbag. That's why you see Tarek going for a hard flank and not just waiting and being patient. They need the information so they know where to put their players.
Well, that was the round they forced in. I don't know. I mean, they could either try and do it again and run it back. If they don't, then they would be looking for a 12-round comeback into overtime. They're going to buy one flashbang, Moses. We talk about it a lot. The one flashbang, the $200 investment. And so far it's done nothing.
Yeah, it's a wasted $200. But I mean, you know, it happens. Kenny's going to try and hold on. His teammate has gone down. Kenny's the only one here, and he's getting flanked out again from the same location. Never expected it, but the bomb is recoverable for G2, and the B bomb site has already been overrun and taken. And NRG, they have to go for this. They have to try and retake this bomb site. It's a 4-on-3. There's no kits. There's no armor. But you can't let G2 get up to 15 already.
Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? I mean, they're going to come through, and they sort of just have to try and run for it. Grenade is a little bit early, but there were two people waiting on the other side. Boost, I don't think that's going to do too much for them. They should be spotted out fairly quickly. They can't actually see anyone. Yeah, there's the headshot ringing through, and again, the lack of armor means they're going to get chewed up. I mean, now they might just value the AK-47s. 15-3. G2 a round away from knocking NRG right out of the tournament.
And for me, it's that T side from NRG just fell flat. It wasn't very creative. Had to have been easy to read at a certain point. A lot of B hits, a lot of rounds ended over at the B bomb site. And if it wasn't going B, it was pretty fast-paced, aggressive in bathrooms towards A.
Yeah, well, there just also is a limit to how many afterplants you can
lose before you just start crying.
Exactly. And we've found that limit.
G2 has had some incredible retakes. That one against Ents on Train with that ridiculous shot. They had another pretty crazy retake on Train as well. 5-on-5.
True.
The retake of the pistol round here on Overpass was just weird.
Yeah, there's been definitely been a few. Well, just literally the last stand here for NRG. So gonna pick up one good kill there, but Jax with a bit of a reply now. Cirx is very uncomfortably close here with the AWP, and he misses the chance. They're gonna take him down. A defense, I mean, it's being bolstered quickly, but there's so much time, G2. They don't have to rush.
Not at all. They can actually they can still sit back behind this. They don't have a wealth of utility. You're going to force out whatever's left, and you're forcing a response up the stairs. Shox is waiting. There goes Kenny S with the AWP, but they can go back to the B bomb site. Shox is going to get there first, and he'll be able to hold it down for the rotation. There's one up top. He just misses the timing on it. The rest of his teammates are coming in, and this player is going to walk right into it. You can see he just wants to peek. There's the smoke. And Ethan doesn't want to take that fight. Now moving down towards lower, but he does have a kit.
Yeah, and that's the second smoke. So Ethan's not happy at all, is he?
Daps is so far away, though, still.
Daps is far away. Ethan has to wait behind the smoke. They do have a kit on Ethan at least, but again, this seems like a very far-fetched kind of a retake. It's all or nothing here. Try and stay at the tournament for one round longer. It's going to be Daps going down, and it's all on Ethan. He gets dropped 16-3, and G2 are victorious on the third map. It took all of them, but this final one, they look great. I think they look great on all of them. This is a very, very nice time to be watching G2 play in this particular day.
I think also, I mean, this is a difference between having guys like Jax and Lucky go off with 25, 26 kills versus having Shox and Kenny do this. Like, when Shox and Kenny do it, it's just, you just win. Like, you just win convincingly.
It feels right, doesn't it? It's
It was a very poetic finish, considering they were the two leading the way. Struggled through the start of this tournament, certainly. And that's another tough loss to swallow for NRG. They haven't been reaching their potential for some time now.
Kenny's back.
All right, calm down. It's been one game.
No,
one map. It's not even a series.
It wasn't just one map. did it on Dust 2 as well yesterday?
Yeah, he had one nice clutch.
Calling it now, Moses.
All right. Well, Anders thinks Kenny is back. Another insane prediction in the Anders world. We're ready for post-game interviews. We'll send it on to Frankie.
No, you won't, Jason. You're going to be sending it to me. That was a nice attempt, and I understand that ultimately you tried to call Anders madman, and he's just not. You're trying to paint him in this bad light. It's unfortunate. But yes, it is NRG, and they have taken a big L today, a massive L. And on the side of G2, things are looking up.
Yeah, I guess that is what happens when you have G2 Shox and G2 Kenny S just going absolutely crazy in a game like this. They were playing really, really well. I think NRG as well, you know, it's safe to say that this tournament haven't been their tournament. They have not looked good. They've been looking a little bit shaky. Yesterday we saw it against Cloud9 as well. The fashion they lost us to against a team like Cloud9, not good for them. So fair and square, NRG are just not there yet. And G2, again, I gotta say, they look more positive now than they did a week ago.
Well, let's take a look at a more in-depth one, at least, at G2 Esports. We do have Kenny S with Frankie down on the sidelines. Let's hear what they've got to say after that.
Well, Kenny S, how do you feel going through to the playoffs, especially after the disappointment of DreamHack Tour?
Yeah, we were super disappointed after DreamHack Tour. I think it was quite a bad performance. We played super good today, even though we should have won train, in my opinion. We're still struggling to play the clutch situation after the bomb plant, and we lost a couple of crucial ones because of that. But overall, we managed to just play super good afterwards, and I think we are the better team today.
What did it take for you to show up today? Because you were a bit quiet against Sense yesterday.
I don't know. I think it was just a difficult game for me yesterday and train mostly. But I didn't give up. I tried to cheer up my teammates. But yeah, sometimes when it doesn't click, it doesn't click. It happens. So you gotta be patient with yourself. Against Ents, Destu and Nuke was a bit better, even though Nuke was really super bad as a team. But yeah, I mean, I'm a good player, I know that, and I can show up when I want to. Not what I want, but I can show up.
This is the thing about G2. You have got an incredible lineup of players, such a strong team. For me, the question is, when are you all going to show up at the same time? Because I think when you do, you could win this. But when are we going to see that?
Well, we all know that, to be honest. We still, like, the issue we have in clutch and in train, mostly on that kind of situation, the beginning of the round is usually pretty good. We also, yeah, when we manage to take advantage, 5v4 and stuff, if we manage to stay really rigorous, we will win the round for sure, because I can feel it, the team is overskilled, but sometimes we have bad decisions, but also we're struggling with some crucial rounds that we're losing, and that put us in double eco, for example. So I think, yeah, we all need to learn to be more like communicative and play together in certain situations.
Can I ask you about Vitality as well? Because they were watching your game over there with a lot of interest. I don't know if they were supporting you or supporting NRG, but is there space for you and them in the playoffs?
I hope so. I definitely hope so. Vitality has been showing a lot of great stuff last week. They also know that it was a weak tournament summit, but still they won, and they are super good. They work super hard, and they totally deserve the top 5 spot in the world so far. But now it's the hardest point for them is to actually stay there. But yeah, I believe that we both have the potential to reach playoff.
But who's better?
Who's better? So far it has been Vitality, but long term matters most.
You've got the potential. I love it. Thank you so much, Kenny S. Congratulations, and let's head back to the desk.
Thank you, Kenny S. Yes, him and Shox tag teaming here for quite the performance. Shox at plus 43. Check this out. 81 and 38, 95.9 ADR across 3 maps on a tear.
That is mind-blowing. That is mind-blowing. Kenny is not far behind, 67 frags plus 22 on a best of 3. I said it at the beginning of the broadcast. Victory from G2 had to go through Kenny and Shox showing up. And my God, did they do.
The problem
Jesus Christ.
They really did. The problem for G2 is that it happens once in a moonlight. So
why you have to break your hearts? Like, no, just enjoy it.
Yeah,
You
enjoy
must all the French viewers out there.
Yeah, and I don't care. The problem for them is that it doesn't happen too often, right? Because I agree with you. When they're playing well and you have a third guy being Amanek, I think he has been better than the two of them, for the majority of the time in G2. Then G2 is a scary lineup, but for them to beat, who I think it's Renegades they're playing in the final game, to qualify for the playoff, that's going to be a complete different task. They're facing a very consistent team, a very strong team fundamental-wise. So for hoping for the G2 fans to Shox and Kenny S shows up one more time, that's going to be a little bit too much for me to put my stock in.
We're going to take a look at the brackets, and you are exactly right. It's Renegades and G2. They're going to be squaring off there for that final spot in the playoffs, and Ents and Furia a little bit later today. That'll be the 3rd matchup on this stream. All things considered, did this bracket shape up the way we wanted it to?
Quite honestly, I'm very surprised by that 2-1. Renegades taking against Fnatic. I mean, we saw
they're out.
Renegades having so much trouble at the beginning of the tournament. They looked out of breath. Gratisfaction took, I think, a long time to become activated during that tournament, but fair play to them. They actually showed up, and now I think it's going to be a huge confidence boost for Renegades going up against G2, and I agree with you. We will not always have Kenyax and Shox God mode.
Would be cool if we had, though.
Yeah, I mean, everybody likes a good frag movie, right? Like
Yeah.
a good highlight clip here and there. One thing I will say about NRG is they were touted as a really strong Overpass team for the longest time, but after that has to kind of be wiped off the slate just a little bit, just kind of wipe that down, right?
It sure has, and it comes down to mainly, I would say, Cirque not really being that dominant force anymore. He used to be so good with the AWP. He used to be all over the place, always being very aggressive with it as well. It was tough to play them because you never knew where he was and you never knew where you could find space on a map like Overpass, but he's been a shadow of himself for the past, I would even say, year. So for him to go down in level that much, that's a big problem for NRG. You saw Breeze, Ethan, they're not playing up to the best right now, and to me it seems like a team that is just falling a little bit flat.
Yeah, a little bit flat, but not nearly as flat. I mean, they're not out of the run just yet. So, I mean, in terms of on the global scale,
general life,
they're done here. Like,
yeah, they're done.
They're done here. They're done here. Fnatic's done here. And you could be done right now by going ahead and grabbing your tickets for that movie premiere that I know you're waiting on. Dark Phoenix, the X-Men type. That's right, Little Sansa Stark, or she might want to be known as Sophie Turner, will be headlining that one. It'll be debuting, I think, somewhere June 5th through 7th, depending on where you are, of course. Grab your tickets right there. In the meantime, coming up after the break, we do have another best of 3 coming your way. It's going to be one that we've all been sitting back and waiting for, Liquid versus FaZe in a best of 3. My boys, it must be my lucky freaking day here. Let's go to the break, and we'll jump into it when we come back.